Hello everyone, welcome to my Blender live stream. Seem to be having some connection issues, but I hope that could be resolved the further along we go. So what you're looking at now is a work in progress of a Blender project that I'm working on. Not for today's live stream. Today's live stream working on something a bit different. I just wanted to show this as like an introduction, because it's the first time I'm doing a Blender live stream, and I don't know why I'm glitching like this, but yeah, hopefully that will get resolved soon, I hope. Let me just make some corrections here. Okay, I think that did the trick. Hopefully all is well. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing Blender. So I already have Blender open. Just wanted to show you what I have done. So I am going to be doing a new Blender project. What did I call it? I think I called it a fall scene. I'm going to be working on a fall scene, and I have collected several references on Pinterest, but I don't know, to be honest, I don't know if I am allowed to showcase some of them on here, because they are concepts of other artists' work. Yeah, but I have done a quick mock-up sketch of what I plan to do. I sketched it out very quickly here on Krita. So let me see if I could share that with you all. Just give me a moment. Can I just share it with you all just from here? There. Hope y'all could see that. Okay, so this is the sketch that I did. The very quick sketch. So it's gonna be like a cafe, or maybe even a library of some sort, or a bookstore. And I'm gonna have a tree here with the fall leaves. The leaves are gonna be orange, and the light is gonna be shown here. So it's gonna be like not a daylight scene, but kind of like a sunset, maybe a night scene, depending on how I want the lighting to go. All right, so I hope that you can see the vision that I have. So as you can see, I already started it. So let me just close that. Oops, close that too. Yeah, so I have the quick sketch here, and yes, I already started doing like the blocking, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of today's live stream. So it's gonna be like the very boring part of a 3D project, but eventually, as time goes on, it's gonna get more interesting, right? So for now, I'm going to continue on with what I was doing prior, before I started this live stream. So with that being said, I hope everyone who tunes in will be able to see the new and improved live stream session, I should say. Solomon King, good evening, Mo. Good evening. It is morning here, so you're probably on a different area of the world, but nice to see you. Thank you for joining. I'm going to be just doing some basic Blender 3D modeling here. So if you have any questions, or if you're a fellow Blender user, feel free to comment and just make your presence known. Okay, so I'm just going to be adding some cubes here because I do plan on making some books. Let me see if I could make this a little better. Nice to see you too. Okay, so I'm just doing that. So I like to work wireframe sometimes just to see where things are going to be. So this big block here, that's gonna represent where I want my books. Okay, so it's just going to be just right there, and I'm just gonna move it so that they're on the table. And right, call that done. Oops, no, not this one. So I want to learn Blender, but I always felt intimidated and overwhelmed by it. That's okay. All 3D softwares are intimidating and overwhelming to learn, but once you get over the overall basics in terms of what buttons do what, you will be completely fine. So, you know, if you have Blender open, right, like the basic thing that I'm working on right now is just adding in blocks, right? So I'm looking at my very, very basic quick sketch that I did, trying to get over that feeling though. Oh, that's okay, you will be fine. Just don't think too, I was gonna say too highly of it, but I have to phrase that better. Let me see. You have to not put yourself like if you're gonna do something extraordinary, everybody starts somewhere, right? So you just have to overcome that fear of the unknown. It's kind of like when you're driving a car, right? People who say that, you know, they're scared to get behind the wheel, I mean, eventually you're gonna have to get behind the wheel if you're gonna function in this time, right? Like everybody has a driver's license. Everyone will eventually own a car. Everyone will eventually drive a vehicle, right? You can't just say that, oh, I'm scared to drive, and then just, I mean, you can go about, you know, using transport like buses, trains, subways, etc. But if you live in the area where I live in, you know, learning how to drive a car is very beneficial to getting to places. So it's kind of like that same approach that you have with 3D modeling, right? Like if you know it's something that you have to do or you want to do for the foreseeable future that you have, then I say you just have to do it. Just open up your computer, open up Blender, and just start with creating a cube, okay? Totally agree, Mo. Oh, thank you. And Mo is actually my last name. You could actually call me Crystal. Okay, so, yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this lamp here, right? I'm going to concentrate on that and then probably work on something for the tree here, or maybe the door, okay? So that's what I'm going to do now. So with that being said, the lamp is kind of like a a roundish shape. So I'm gonna click Shift A to add in an object. You know what? I'm just gonna go even more basic, right? I'm just gonna go with a cube again and then click on G to move it, and then click G Y to move it to the side. So it's a lot of buttons to click. Yeah, I want it to be somewhere there, so then I click S to scale it, SZ to scale it upwards like so. Let's move it a little bit closer because I do want to make some sort of sidewalk. Is the ground my ground? No, the ground is not my ground. Let me just highlight everything, click the side and click G, lift it up, because I want everything to be on this green line here. So everything was not on that line earlier on. Thank you so much for encouraging words, Chris. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. I hope I was able to assist in some way, shape, or form to help give you that push, you know? Because I'm not the kind of person to just say, oh, it's okay, it's all right to be. I just say, no. If you know this is something that you want to do it and get it done. Problem solved. Okay. Because I've been meaning to have a Blender Live for the longest while, and I thought that you know, it wouldn't be necessarily the right time, and then, you know, I just decided, you know what, let me just do it. What do I have left to lose, you know? Okay, I hope that you're able to see what I'm doing. I'm trying to be not too fast, but fast enough because time is of the essence. It's already 10:45. So yes, I'm going to just keep doing this. Trying to stick with, you know what, let me just let's see if I could move my scene to the side like this. I know that there is a way to place your sketch as a plane. That seems to be the only logical way to do this. Okay, so let me see if I could do that. Import image as a plane. Oh gosh, I haven't done Blender in quite some time, in quite a few months actually, so this is all just based on memory. Let's see, import, no, I think that there's a way if I click Shift A, image, yep, image reference. Okay, so this is something new. If you don't already know how to do this, yes, there it is. Quick sketch, load reference image. So if you want to upload your sketch that you have, right, just as an image plane like here, you basically have to click Shift A and then scroll down to where you see image, reference, and then find your image and it will upload it. Okay, so now I could see. And I could tell that my lamp is very, very small in comparison. A lot of things at this stage is measuring and just making sure things are in the correct place. So if you see me like rotating it like this often, looking at it from the side. It's because I'm trying to see how it looks overall in every angle, right? So I am already losing my voice. Give me 2 seconds. I have to get a drink. Okay, I got my drink, so let's get back to it. So I'm working on the lamp, and like I said, not thinking about it too much. I'm just going off with the basic look of everything so far, and I will readjust afterwards. Okay, let's make that a bit bigger, and I am extruding these planes here by clicking E. And then S to make it smaller. Okay, something like that. And then I click tab to deselect. Okay, so there we go. We have our lamp. It's not perfect, but it's done. So let's save our scene, and yes, we shall continue on. So I want here, so here I'm gonna click GX to move it forward because it is a sidewalk. Right, so need room for people to walk by, right? And oh, let us name this lamp. Oh, not lamp, street lights, I should say. Yes, I try to remember what each object is called by naming them so that you'll know where they are. So some of them I did it. So all the names of your objects appear here on the right. So by double clicking them, you could rename them, right? And this is just a good practice to have so that you will be able to find things. Because when you have like huge scenes, you're gonna have a long list of objects to pick from. And if you need to remember where things are, it's good to have things named, have things labeled. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have any questions for me so far? I know this is just like a quick overcap, but if you guys want more information, I do have a Blender class available in my art store. Did I put that in the description? I hope I did. It should be. I'll see if I could post it. Yeah, I'll post that. There's my Blender class for anybody who's interested. Okay, so back to the quick lesson here. So like I said, oops, every time that happens I have to, it keeps blinking. Are you good now? Okay, so I'm gonna add another cube, and this one is gonna be my my pavement. I'm clicking S for scale, and then Z to scale it up and down, and click S again to scale it. It's just a matter of scale. That's basically it. Okay, and I'm clicking the 3 on my numpad. I'm not sure what I wanted for the, oh, this supposed to be the floor? I don't want that anymore. Okay. Oh no, there's something that's causing it to blink. Are you guys seeing it blinking like this, or is it just me? Okay, so this one is going to be my new floor. I didn't see any blinking. Okay, so it's just me then. Okay, so this is gonna be my floor, and yeah, so this is where the sidewalk is going to be, and then this is gonna be like the step. I'll just extend it because why not? Okay, so there's that extra step there. Okay, so next is the door. Yeah, I'm gonna go very basic. I'm gonna go with a plane, right? So this cursor right here, this indicates where things will appear, basically, right? So that's why every time you add something, it goes to wherever this red cursor is. Okay, so yeah, so there's our plane right there, and I need to rotate it, and I like to go over here where it has the transforms, and I go to the x-axis and click on 90 degrees. Actually no, not the x-axis, the y-axis. Put that to 90 degrees to make it face this way. Okay, and then I'm going to scale it in the z-axis. Okay, and how did I make my door? Yeah, so it's gonna be like that kind of door, like pretty basic old-fashioned type of door, old school model, because I do intend for this scene to be very old school, the complete opposite of modern, right? Yeah, so let us see here. So before I bring that in, I'm going to go straight on ahead. Okay, so this is it facing straight forward in the x-axis, right? And then I'm gonna click on tab, right? Clicking on tab, it opens up even more options for you to make changes to it, right? So as you can see, it highlights it a bit. So let me just scroll over here just a little bit. So I have like I have a square here, so that's supposed to be like an indent here and here as well, right? So in order to create those indents, right, you have to create cuts. Okay, so creating cuts, you have to go over to the left hand side. Oops, let me lower this music a bit. So go on to the left hand side and click loop cut, drag it up like this, drag another one up like that, and then center. Oh, just like this. I'm just winging this. I'm not trying to be accurately precise, right? I'm just going based off of what I have in my own very sketchy sketch. Okay, and then I'm going to, oops, I forgot to make one more loop cut. One more for hair. Okay, I'm going to click on the face tool and click on E, go forward just like this, and I wonder if clicking, okay, no, I think there's a way to no, is it Control S? I want them to uniformly scale, so I wouldn't have to do it one by one. But I forgot how to do that, so okay, so there's your indent, and so let us move that just here, probably make it a bit bigger, scale it down, actually no, scale it up, move it up. Right. Oops. All right. And then rename this plane and call it door. Okay. And also, how I got the colors to appear like this on Blender, you have to go to the option, not the options tab. This arrow right here, the viewport shading drop down arrow, and by default it will have it on material, which is probably what everyone has when they first have it open. But if you want to see, because it's kind of difficult to see like the creases and where things are, sometimes it's easier to click on random, so that you could be able to see all the different objects that you have made, right? I don't usually click on random. I usually have it on material, just the default, but there are different things that you could have open, even though I'm not really sure how to have, or how to explain the differences between each of these. I'm sure they probably all have their unique ways to view things once you have textures on them. But for now, I have it on random and studio. I think matcap is a different look, and then flat is also another way to look at things as well. But I like to see the 3D. Give me the 3D. Okay. All right, so we have that. I think I want my pavement to be a bit thicker. And then move it down. Right, so I'm kind of trying to envision this to be more of a brick, like brick. No, not brick. Like a pavement that's had stone. That's what I meant to say. A stone sidewalk. You know. Okay. Right, so I have the lamp, I have this, the tree is next. So I am not going to try to do a whole 3D tree. What I will do is try to make a plane and then have it, and then project it onto the scene, right? So just to make it easier for myself, because I did give myself a deadline, and that deadline is to have this entire scene completely finished by next week, and then starting some textures next week as well, because I'm trying not to work on it off camera. I want you guys to see the full process of how I'm able to get these 3D scenes done. So I'm making another plane. Rotate that to 90%. Let's try scaling it in the y-axis and moving it here, moving it down, probably making it a bit smaller. And I'm going to just extrude the planes, or in this case, since it's already flat, I'm going to, oh, let's move that out as well. So it's going to be, it's going to be here. I'm thinking maybe I should have like some sort of thing inside the sidewalk, because the tree has to have a place where to go from. It needs dirt, so I'll probably have to add something else for the base of the tree. But in the meantime, I'm going to scale this down. Actually, no, scale it back up. Scale it back up. And then click Tab. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to select this select mode, click on the edge, and then click E to extrude, and click up. And just rotate it like this and hope that it comes out somewhat slightly. I think I may have gone a little bit too much in the rotation. Let's split that. Okay, and then click on this one and extrude that one, and then extrude this one. Oops. Click on the vertices, trying to move them in. Okay, and then I'll name that tree. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's a start. That's the whole point of creating a base of a project. It's to have somewhere to begin, right? Having a start to continue on. Okay. Is there anything else aside from the edges here? So let us fix this camera, right? So right now the camera is looking down, right? Yeah, click on that. See, it's just looking randomly down like that. So I want it looking straight on ahead like this. Okay, so let us get rid of, well, not get rid of, but straighten up our camera. So I click Alt R and then Alt G, So it's back to where it should be in the center, and I'm going to move it in the x-axis, bring it up in the y, oops, nope, in the x, and then rotate it in the y, oops, in the z-axis. Probably need to zoom in a little bit further away. Okay, so you click on camera. Okay, so just a little bit higher. Definitely probably need to be a little bit further away, and down, probably up, oops. Okay, good. Whew. Let us save our scene. Okay, so now that we have finalized where we want our camera to be, let me just try my best to center it just a bit. Okay, so in the camera, I'm not gonna make this in a perspective, like it's gonna be cut off in certain areas, like the focal length might change, you know, something like that, right? So let me just keep it at the basic 50 for the focal length. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is probably, because I want the windows to be see-through, right? So what I'm going to do, probably make another collection and have the library shelves or whatever things that you're going to see on the inside in this collection. So I'm going to click collection 2, shift A, cube, I'm probably not gonna go all in and make a whole library case, but a whole library bookshelf, but in the meantime I could project it, right, just like that. Let me see what I can do. I should have made a plane instead. Yeah, let's do that instead. Let's make a plane. Let's make a plane. Okay. Click tab. I don't want so many bookshelves. I don't want so many shelves. And just leave it as 3 and There, bookshelf. All right, let's go back to here, right? And then all here's supposed to be like enclosed, right? So I'm gonna click on this window, and because I wanted this, and this to be a window, so I'm gonna highlight those and click X, and then go down to faces, right? So you should be able to see Don't forget to save. Always save. Should probably move it down just a bit. There we go. Okay, so now what is left? What is left here? Oh yeah, okay, so I guess I'll turn these into actual books. It's supposed to be highlighting, like make it like a you know when you go inside like a bookstore and if a new book is out, they'll have it displayed on the table really nicely, and yeah, that's kind of what I have envisioned here. So this one is going to be, okay, I'll put more of these. So I'm just shifting, duplicating them. Oh my gosh. Where is, sorry, I just briefly forgot. There's a button that you press to get closer to where objects are. I could tell that I'm so just haven't been able to use Blender as often as I would like. Oh, I remembered it. It's the period button. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So if you want to zoom in any particular object, right, and it's highlight and it's forcing you to having to zoom out to zoom back in to get to a certain area, you click on the period button on your keyboard so that it will, so when you rotate it, it will rotate around that particular object, right? Yeah. For half a second, I had forgotten how to do that because I haven't used Blender in a while. So I don't even think all of this is necessary because it's not the focus here. So let me just continue that. Let me call it book and duplicate it by clicking Shift D. Okay. Okay. So this one, oops. Okay, so this one is going to be the main book. There. And then these ones will be placed here. I'll probably make some of them smaller. Maybe they're the oops, the other versions. Book number 1, book number 2, you know, things like that. So okay, I think it makes it look a bit more interesting, so I'm just gonna do that, make it look like if people were there, you know. All right, so yes, there we go. All right, and I also would like this area to be a bit thicker, so I'll probably move this further out. Can't really remember what I wanted this to be. Let me just get rid of that. I might want to change this into like a shelter or something, maybe. Let's make sure that this is the same height as the other one. Okay. Okay. All right. So we dealt with outside. So here's gonna be a lot of leaves and everything, and I should probably have like a sign that says open, and then yeah, so that's that. Let me just move this forward just a little bit. Right. Okay. Probably need a handle for the door as well. Okay, what time is it? Has it been, it's been an hour, more or less. Yeah, more or less it's been an hour. Okay, so the next thing that me personally that I like to do, I like to jump straight into the lighting, and then see about textures. So let's see how this scene looks without any of this lighting here. So you could go to the viewport shading, and yeah, as you can see, no light. I like to jump a little bit ahead of where I need to be. But yes, before I get into textures, I like to just look at where my lighting is going to be. So right now I am in Eevee. I don't know how that will look with cycles. I don't want to slow down my computer, but let me know if you could see that clearly. And it also takes a while for it to denoise it. So there you go. Let me just make this thing disappear for a bit. Yes, so that is more or less what my scene is going to be. I just love how this part of the process looks so far, because yeah, it's so cool to me. It's just like it needs to be finished, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm going to see the viewport max samples. Maybe I should put that to 100, right? So that way it's not too strenuous on my computer, right? And then let's add some light, shall we? So same way as always, you click Shift A, and you go to light, and don't know, because I don't want it to be like a daytime scene. I want it to be like kind of sunset, like the sun has set, midnight, not midnight, but like not too dark. Anyway, let's see how that looks like. Let's just put an area light, and make this a bit dark like this. So there's our light right there. I made the entire scene dark. Then let's crank up the brightness of the light itself. Okay, so there is, like, I want light to be coming from somewhere. It's just I don't really know. Obviously light is going to be coming from the light shade, but light is also going to be coming from inside the bookshelf, you know what I mean? And I also want it to be orange, right? If that makes sense. Maybe not orange, maybe more yellow, because I want the leaves themselves to be orange. Twilight, maybe this is okay. So this is where I have to go back to let's go and look at, I'm in my other monitor right now. I'm just looking at some references here, because you know on Pinterest you have those like cozy coffee, like library type houses, or like restaurants or whatever, and the light is coming from inside the shop, and as well as the light, right? The light shade. So yeah, that's more or less where I was thinking of making my lights come from. So okay, and it has to also be contained. So there has to be like another square. So sorry, I'm trying to concentrate and talk at the same time while doing all of this, so please bear with me. So let's go back to the regular light, and yeah, the soothing, like cozy library type sets. That's what I want. Gives off a nice vibe, right? A nice cozy, warm yet cold, because it is fall. It is a fall vibe. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna take this face off. Okay. And then I have to put this light on the inside of that. Let's see how that looks. Okay. All right, not bad. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Expected it to be a bit bigger. Like most of these tiny places, they kind of go all the way back, right? So, but then again, it makes it look darker on the inside, but that's okay. I will just have to make some more lights. So then I'll probably have to move this up. Yeah, okay, so there's one light. Probably duplicate it and make another one coming out from here. Yeah, so 2 lights. All right, how does it look so far? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Should I change the color? Make it more red, pink, blue. More white. Okay. All right, enough playing around. So what needs to happen now is I'll probably add another spotlight inside here to like have a shadow coming from the outside to create a more effect, maybe. But in the meantime, let me I'll go back to the default viewport mode and click on our lampshade. There needs to be some holes in it, so let me see if I could do that. And I'm eyeballing it. Oops. Okay, and bring another one here, probably another one up here. Okay, and then you click face, these faces, and then, oops, not do that, get rid of them. Okay, and then what I will do probably is, oops, yeah, make a light bulb by clicking Shift A and making a sphere and putting that on the inside. Again, this is just going about it. I haven't looked at what these types of lampshades look like. I should probably do that. And always look at references, old street lights. Okay, so I was close. The light is usually coming from either the ending or the top. So I'm gonna click on the one, oh, some of them are in the middle. That doesn't help. So it just comes down to I have to pick where I want my light to be, basically. All right, so I think right here is fine. There is something that attaches to where it should be, but I'm not gonna bother with that at the moment. Main thing is that I want a light source coming out of here, and I want it to be nice and orange. So call that bulb, because many of these older light shades used to be like, was it fire at one point? And then you have to out the candle. Like, it used to be a candle. And then I guess modern day, they're all based on electricity. Okay, so in order to get the effect that I want, I'm going to create a material. Click new. And instead of a principled BSDF, I'm going to click on emission, change the color to orange, change the strength, I don't know, 12, who knows. I'll see how that looks. Okay, not bad. Yep, definitely not that bad. Certainly needs some sort of other light to create some sort of cast shadow of some sort, you know, because the emission by itself doesn't really do much. I mean, it does, right? But yeah, should probably see if I could add in another light. Change this to 50 samples. So we'll slow it down. Light, is it point light or another area light? I think another point light should be good. And then just change that to an orange as well. Okay, so we have something, right? We have a base. I guess what's missing now are the textures. Let me see if I could change the color background to some sort of brown, but not too brown. Because I don't want the scene to be too dark because I still want to see the color of the leaves, you know what I mean? So I have to make it brighter. Yeah, I have to make it, because if the lights are gonna be warm, the environment has to be cool. So yeah. Okay, so how long has it been now? An hour? Okay, an hour and 5 minutes. Let me take a drink of water. It feels warm and cozy. Thank you. I kind of like how it looked in with the brown, but can't make everything with a warm tone, even though that's relatively where I'm headed, like a warm tone type of scene to reflect the season right now. So okay, so right now, okay, so let me go back to this. I will, let's see, I feel like if the the bookshelf is a bit too big. Let me just make that smaller. And even so, I could make two of them, right? Because the way how it's supposed to look, maybe I could make another bookshelf on the side here. Just in case I want a different angle. Something like that. Okay. Oops. All right. So, I think that's pretty much all the plans that I had for today's Blender live stream. Next week, I hope to have some texturing. I want to go forth and see if I could think of a way to showcase texturing that is easy, simple, and not too complicated, but in a way, doing 3D modeling, anything 3D for that matter, is in fact complicated, no matter what they say on YouTube. Oh, easy ways to get this done, and it's not easy. If anything, it is time consuming, right? So it's just thinking of ways to ways that work for you based on what kind of devices you have. So for me, for example, I have a pen display, and I have two computer monitors, and then I have my pen display that acts as a third monitor, right? So I have room to do, back and forth when it comes to texture. So I could texture on Blender using my pen display, do hand painted textures. I wonder if I could show you. So I did some yesterday where I was doing some hand painted texturing. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all. So this was a teacup that I wanted to make, and I wanted to hand paint the textures, right? So I used a set of texture brushes that I had purchased a couple of years ago, and just trying to get the feel of texturing again. And I had to save the image file, and here, let me show you. This is the image file. So it's not just texture painting. You have to UV map your things as well, which is also another thing that takes time. So you have to UV unwrap all of these, and yeah, it's just a lot of time. So if anything, off camera, probably I will UV texture all of these objects here, which is why I kept everything simple. And then any little detailing thing could be added in afterwards via texturing or even in grease pencil. I've done that as well in another project a couple of years ago. So this isn't going for any gaming studio or anything. This is just, just for fun, just for, my portfolio, just to get back into Blender again, because I am a bit rusty. So, but yeah, I'll see if I could do some UV unwrapping, and then we can head right into texturing next week. Okay? Whew. All right. Thank you to everyone that came by. Thank you, Solomon King, for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, you're very welcome. It had been very informative and helpful. You're very, very welcome. Hopefully, you'll join again next week, Tuesday, and we're gonna get some texturing completed, and we'll see if we could bring this scene to life, bring it to life, because right now it's kind of empty, right? See ya. Yeah, see you soon. Take care. Bye bye, everybody.